the executions of the main is successfully done. Otherwise, if there is some error conditions, then we have to return some error values. Error values are sometimes it may be encoded by 1, 2, something like this. Okay? So like if there is a divide by 0 happens, then it returns some error code to the operating system, such that operating system understands that, okay, the main has not been successfully executed. So the general practice means when we are writing a C function, so this is the general practice that you return some value to the operating system. So generally we write the main function or we describe the main function in this way. It returns integer types, it does not take any argument, and it at the end of these things you have to return something. It is by default it is 0, it means that I have successfully terminated my program. Okay, do you get this point?
Yes, sir.
No. So this is the practice, means you have to learn some practice, and in the later class, so when you are in the 4th semester, then you will understanding that why operating systems need some values. Okay. Get it? So this is one example or one instance where we just understand that how the branching can be performed. So this branching is basically a left or right branch. Okay. So in our another example, we'll show iteration type of sequence. Okay. So iteration is basically say I have to do some operation repeatedly. Say let an example. So compute the sum of first say 10 numbers or say 10 integers or positive integers plus integer. Okay. So it is simply the 1 plus 2 plus 3 up to 10, and this is the sum. So there are some standard formulas like it is n plus or sum into 10 into 10 plus 1 by 2, and it will get the sum. Okay. So this is the arithmetic progressions, addition of the progressions. But instead of doing these things, we want to really count the sum. Like I want to do 1 plus 2, then the result will be added with 3, the result will be added with 4 in this way. So my sequence of operations is basically a repetitions of a singular type of execution. So it is sum, say initialize with a 1, then I have to do sum equals to sum plus 2, then sum equals to sum plus 3, and in this way I have to do these things how many times? Say up to 10. Okay, so this is the first, so 9 times I have to perform these things. Okay, so there will be 9 similar types of operations. Okay, understand? So this is basically iterations. I am, instead of I branch myself to a left or right, I am iterating a sequence of operations depending on the conditions. Condition is that when this these things gets to a value of 10, then I have to terminate my sequence. I have to jump it from here to this one. Understand? Clear? Get it? So one sequence of operation is the linear type. The second one is branching either left to right, and the third one is two iterations. Okay? And these iterations is basically I am performing a similar type of operations. So there is I am basically doing a same operation, sum, clear, or addition. So it may be a single addition, a single statement, or it may be multiple statement. The thing that it should be a similar type of operations, and that similar type of operations are performing repeatedly. Okay. Get it? So doing these things, how can we do these things? Say, if we move on, then we will find. Let me just clarify the points. Okay. So before we move, so this is the structure of the program, and these colors and they are represented. So the first statement is called the header file, inclusions of the header file. Okay. Then this is the starting of a block or a function. Okay. So the function, the blocks may be a functional block or it may be a conditional block. So the main is basically a functional block, but if and else are basically a conditional blocks. Understand? So so your structure of the program always starts with a header file. Then there will be some blocks. Okay. The the outer blocks is basically a functional blocks, and within the functional blocks there may be another functional blocks or the condition blocks. Yeah. So in this case, I have the outer block as a main block, and then again green colors, they are the functional blocks. Understand? Sorry, they are the condition blocks. Then this is the declaration of the variables. So this blue color says that this is the declaration of the variables. Then there are statements. Okay? The statements are basically these are basically the statements. So what statement it does? It assigns the value of 20 to the variable of A. This one assigns the value of 200 to the variable of B. Okay? And then within the functional blocks, we have some condition blocks. And the conditional blocks may have some another functional blocks. So printf is basically a call to another functional blocks. Understand? Okay. So that's it. So we divide the program into this type of statements. So the structure is that at the beginning you have a header file. Then we must start with a functional block, and within the functional block we must have to declare the variables. Then we have some statements. Okay? And there may be some functional blocks or condition blocks. Get it? So uh, organizing these things in different ways, you can able to solve different types of problems. Okay. Get it? So moving forward, uh, okay. So this is another problem where we are computing the sum of first n numbers. Here, n may be 10 or n may be 20, but we must have the value of capital N before we execute the problem. Okay. So how do we do these things? So we now have a variable which is called n, and we are computing 1 plus 2 plus 3 up to n. Here. So what are the another variables we must need? So n is, say n is the constant. Say I am trying to compute up to 10. 1 plus 2 plus 3 up to 10. So what are the another variables we require to solve this problem? One is that there should be a result. Let it be a sum. So there must be a variable sum. Is un. Okay. And what are the other things we need? We basically need a counter. So counter. This counter will move something initialized with a 1. Then after having some operations, the counter will be initialized or move to a value of 2. Then it moves to a value of 3. It moves to a value of 4. And in this way, it goes up to the value of 10. Let me put these things in this way. Say let n initialize with a 10, sum initialize with a 1, and counter initialize with a 2. Okay. Then I write a statement sum equals to sum plus counter. That means I have performed 1 plus 2, which is sum. Okay. Then what we have to do? We have to increment the counter by 1. Say counter plus 1. Okay? That means now counter becomes 3. Become 3. And if we repeat this sequence of operations, then what will be the next scenario? The next scenario is something like this. Say we start from the beginning. So it is n is equals to 10, sum is equals to 1, count is equals to 2. Okay. Now we do sum equals to sum plus count. That means this becomes 1 plus 2. Okay. Then we increment count plus 1. That means it becomes 3. And we repeat this operation. That means sum now becomes sum plus count, which is 1 plus 2, and now 3 is added. Okay. Then again, count becomes count plus 1. That means it becomes 4. And we again repeat this things. Yes. That means it becomes sum equals to sum plus count. That means already this is there. Then we have 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. And now count becomes count plus 1. That means it becomes 5. Okay. So doing these things repeatedly, I can increment my counts. It will be 1 plus 2, then 1 plus 2 plus 3, then 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 in this way. Get it? Do you understand this point?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then there should be a termination. How do we terminate these things? So if the termination is that we must have a condition such that when count is less than n or less than 10, or yes, it is 10 is here. When count is less than or equals to 10, we are basically repeating this statement. Okay. So when counts become larger than 10, when counts become 11, then we must not repeat these statements. Understand? So there is a condition. Depending on this condition, these iterations, how many times we have to iterate, these iterations will have a check. So every it starts, then it comes to this point, it checks whether count is less than 10 or not. If it is less than 10, it repeats. Again, it checks. If it is less than 10, it repeats. Again, it checks. If it is less than 10, then it repeats. Then when it is not less than 10, it just drops to this point. Understand? Okay. So this is the iteration. So iterations is also depends on a true or false conditions. Understand? If the condition is true, then we iterate. If the condition is false, then we do not iterate. Okay. And this iteration is basically a similar type of operation. So I have to encode my in such a way that I can instruct the computer that you are doing a similar type of operation. Okay. But at the same time, I am modifying some variables. Okay. So in this case, I am modifying the count variables and the sum variables. Okay. And doing these things, I am able to solve the problem. Okay. So basically, what I am doing 1 plus 2, and in the next case, I am doing 1 plus 2 is already available. I am 3. In the third case, I am doing 1 plus 2 plus 3 is already available. So I am doing 4 in this way. So count is incrementing 1 by 1, and sum is accumulating the results. Okay. Understand? Get this point?
Yes, sir.
And if you
ball
look
ball
into this
हाँ
in the sequence of operations,
अरे
then
ball
in the C program we are having a while statement. The while is like a if block. Depending on the condition, if the while is true, then the sequence of operations will be executed. and the while is false, then the sequence will be not executed. It drops to the outside of this while block. Okay, understand? So we'll go in details of these blocks.
Ball.
But just to why I am
Hello.
presenting these things
Ball.
to make you
Ball.
say in the sense that
Ball.
there are variables in the program. We are having the variables. Then
সব করবে
we
কেন
are
কি
having
হয়েছে কি
the
বল
statements, and we also have the organizations of the statements. The organization of the statements is either as linear,
তো
or
তারপর কি
it
হয়েছে
may
কিছু
be a
আটকেছে
branching,
নাকি
or it may be a iterative. Okay? These are the three organizations of the statements,
ঠিক আছে।
and there is
ফোন
another
করে দিস, আমি
organization
বলে
which
দেবো।
is called a functional call. We'll discuss these things later on.
ঠিক আছে
But,
তুই কিছু বলে বলে দিস না
generally,
বলবি আমার
this
বাড়ি
is the
যাচ্ছে
main
নাহলে আমায় কল ধরে
three
আমি বলে
types
দেবো
of sequencing of the statements.
আমি একটু
And,
ক্লাস করছি
before we
তার
write a
জন্যই।
program, before we we jump into the programming, we have to think that what will be my
No, no,
sequence of operations, what are the conditions, what are the iterations, and if you identify these things correctly, then it is not a hard task to write the problem.
না
Understand? So in this problem, I have to identify that I have to perform an iterative work. And what is the iterative work? Is this sum is sum plus n, and n is incremented by 1. If I identify these things, then 90% of my job is over. I have to just translate these things into a programming language. Understand? Okay. So today we have the lab sessions. So we'll start the lab sessions, and in the lab sessions you just go through this point. You just try to understand that how the if block works. Yeah, we're not going for the while blocks. You try to understand that how the if block works. Then we'll give you some assignments or give you some problems, and you try to solve the problems with the if blocks. Yeah, understand? But before we start, just go through these slides or go through this lecture and try to understand that how the if block works. Okay, what is the syntax of the if block? Keep in mind that this is the syntax. So we have to write if, then opening for brackets, then there is a condition, and there is a curly bracket opens, curly bracket close. This is the block. Understand? So this structure you have to somehow remember. You have to remember some syntax. You have to remember some structural definitions.